Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys all here, both old and new subscribers alike. I don't know, this just came out in my mind. What does this have to do with tarot? Nonetheless, it just came into my mind. Today is Tuesday, August 8th. This reading is timeless. So it doesn't matter when you're watching this, but if you're watching this Tuesday the 8th, and it's before 10 or 11 p.m., I'm not sure the exact time, Eastern Standard Time, go get yourself a Mega Millions ticket, the lottery. Just go do it. Just go. Don't go crazy. One's enough, $2, okay? But I think the jackpot's $1.58 billion. That's crazy. I don't know. That just came to mind. That has nothing to do with tarot right now. But I always say, people are like, yeah, what are the odds of that? Well, somebody's going to win it. Somebody's going to win it. Yeah, they take off a lot of taxes. I don't care what kind of taxes they take off $1.58 billion. It's still a lot. And I think it takes like 5 days. I think I read it takes like 5 business days to get into your bank account. I don't know, maybe somebody just needed that reminder. Maybe you just forgot to pick up a ticket, okay? Hold on. Maybe you just forgot to pick up a ticket. Hold on. What am I doing? What the Fool card and the 10 of Cups? The Fool card is a brand new beginning. Taking a leap of faith. And the 10 of Cups is a union. Is a relationship for me. But I'm going to read what it says. Coming out of nowhere. The Knight of Swords here could be very impulsive, but here it says highs, lows, because this deck has writing on it. This Knight of Swords here says highs, lows, conflict, tension, highs, lows, conflict, tension, highs, lows. Because it just says the same thing over and over in this yellow part right here. If you're curious, this is called the Wandering Star Tarot deck by Kat Pierce. I really like it. I bought this one in Atlanta, in a little spiritual shop. But they have it on Amazon. Yeah, really like it. I actually really like this deck. It's one of my favorites now. My ultimate favorite is the Tarot del Fuego. You guys know that. And I can't even use it. I can't even enjoy it on this channel anymore. Because now they flag channels for animated nudity. And the artist of that deck, most of his art revolves around, I don't know if you guys remember, he puts a lot of like boob images on it, but like in a very artistic way. Like there's images of these non-human looking creatures with like 3 sets of boobs, and they demonetize me for it. It's okay if it's just 1 or 2 cards and I can block it, but it takes the enjoyment out of the deck when I have to do it to like 80% of the entire deck. I'm not sure if it's 80%. I'm just throwing that number out, but it's a lot of them. A lot. And any card there in that deck that has people in it shows boobs or something like that, you know, and it just ruins the whole artwork. So it's killed it for me. I don't even bring it out. I use it for myself though. And that's the one deck I don't want to use with markers or tape to cover. I love that deck. Okay. Here it says, New Beginning, which is the Fool card. You're at the beginning of a wonderful journey. There's no need to have any fear as guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world. If you will just free yourself from that which holds you back, new opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. Well, that if we're talking about the lottery, that's a message for you. Hey, you can manifest that ish. But besides that, The divine's just waiting for you to get rid of some of your blockages so that they can give you the life that you want. I feel like you're keeping yourself stuck one way or another. You're keeping yourself stuck one way or another. And I know that you know that. And the next card says 10 of emotion. Now, here it says life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Okay? This card specifically touches on that because the 10 of cups can be a relationship forming, a union. But this card in particular speaks of family. Life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Great happiness and emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon. Harmony with those you love is assured. By offering forgiveness, understanding, and kindness to others, you're rewarded with unconditional love. Maybe you have been having issues with family members or people in your family, and there is a need to offer forgiveness. Peace is on the way. If you're having issues with your kids, if you're having issues with parents of your children, whatever, a solution is coming forward. I definitely see there was some kind of either argument here. The Knight of Swords could be impulsive communication. It says highs, lows, tension, highs, lows, conflict, and tension. Okay? So some kind of situation, whether romantically or with family, or just in your life in general, and it's affected all of these areas in your life. You've had a lot of highs and lows, a lot of tension, a lot of conflict. And it's put you in a place where it's hard for you to have new beginnings in a lot of areas in your life because you are afraid and you hold yourself back. You're afraid that you're going to have the same situation. Maybe maybe you got married. Maybe you were married and you had a divorce. Okay? And a family that you once tried to form broke apart. Maybe it happened to you more than once. And now you have that fear. Okay? And you don't even realize that because of that fear, you have a lot of highs and lows, a lot of conflict, a lot of tension when it comes to connecting with people again, understandably, because of what you've gone through. Right? Been there, done that. A lot of people ask me, why you've been single for so long. I think I'll give you I always talk about myself as an example because if they bring it over my mind, it's for something. It's like, and a lot of people are curious. I made the conscious choice not to create anything serious with anybody until my daughter was old enough to understand the dynamics of her own family. That was a sacrifice I decided to make. Okay? I separated from her dad when she was an infant. So she doesn't have recognition of a divorce or a separation. But she also wasn't old enough to understand why she has a father in another country that still loves her, still sees her every so often, but she doesn't get it. It wasn't until I think this year that she understood that me and her had that conversation. She thought he was just like God, the stork brought her down and she just has her dad somewhere. We never had to have a conversation about the fact that me and him dated, etc. And I made it a point that I just did not want to start anything with anybody until she was old enough to understand the dynamics of her family and also tell me, hey, Mom, I don't like this person if I date someone new or something like that, where she would be okay. It's easier to allow someone into her life. And I didn't want to run the risk of having a lot of men in and out her life as she was in her main developing years. The fact that came to mind, that example, I'm not just talking about myself. Nothing's an accident on this channel. That could be, whenever they have me do something like that, it is a specific example for somebody. And I know I'm not the only one that has made those kind of decisions for their children. I've met a lot of people, actually. And what ends up happening, at least the people that I know, they ended up getting married when their first child is like 14, and then they have another child that's like 14 years apart. I see it all. I know enough people that have gone through this process. And I say that because what it says. Because this card here says life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Right? And it says you're at the beginning of a wonderful journey. But then it says there's no need to have any fear as guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world if you will just free yourself from that which holds you back. Right? Maybe it's now time, let's say, if you were, this is just an example, this could pertain to anything. If you relate to the example I gave you, this would be an omen like, hey, it's time to release yourself from those limitations now. Like, you're good now. It's time. It's time. It's time to put yourself back out there. It's time to allow people back in. You definitely went through highs and lows and conflict and tension, either with people or with somebody or in your life in general, and you are afraid of making impulsive decisions that will affect you. Remember, anything that I say, take every reading as an intuitive exercise. I could literally be talking about you and directing this reading to you the entire time. And this could be the energy of someone that you're dealing with, and it's in your energetic field, and that's why I'm picking up on it. Like, this is their thought process right now. If you're wondering like what's going on with them, this is what they're thinking, this is what their blockages are. But I want you to be able to figure that out. So ignore like the little details that when, if I say you, if I say him, and it's a her, if I say her, and it's a him, none of that matters. And sometimes I could be talking about love the entire time. I could even get as specific as what I just told you about my daughter, that example. And this message could relate to your career. You holding yourself back, or friends. That is where readings become, that is where readings become personalized based on how you decide to interpret this message and connect with the energy, because it's not a personal reading. It's personal enough where I don't believe in the message. This may or may not resonate, because energy doesn't work that way. If you were guided here, it's for a reason. It's not an accident. Right? I can't tell you I believe that there's no such thing as accidents in the universe and then say, oh, this may or may not resonate. But I think I know what they mean when they say that. Well, that's what they really want to say is they do, people, they know that you're here for a reason. They just don't want you to hang on to every little detail and say, well, she said it's this, it has to be this. No. Remember, this is an energetic process. You're here for a reason, but you can kind of, don't force it to fit, but you have to engage with the energy to see where this energy is transferring into your life. But definitely, after a period of highs and lows and conflict, which has left you with a lot of tension, build up tension, whether you know it or not. Anytime you connect with someone or anytime it's time for a new beginning, you're tense. You're tense to make new decisions. You're afraid of how it will affect you, people around you, etc. It might have even turned you a little frozen. Well, it's time to take that leap of faith, honey. I want you to leave the trust onto the angels. The angels are there to guide you. Please ask them for help. They're not going to overstep your boundaries, but they're going to guide you. They're going to protect you. You're protected. It says here, new opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. The key word there is if. If you truly believe. That is where free will comes into play. That's where it becomes clear that angels don't overstep their boundaries. Meaning, they're never going to leave your side. But you got to connect with them. You have to raise your vibration. They're very high vibrational beings a little bit so they can meet you in the middle. If you 100% are creating a blockage around you, it's like you're creating this dark shell that makes it difficult for them to reach you and guide you, for you to perceive them rather. Right? You won't even perceive their help. You got to believe that this is possible, whatever this is. Maybe you got yourself in a place, since we were talking about love and 10 of emotions, 10 of emotions, 10 of cups specifically, it speaks about your heart space and love. You might have literally gotten to a place where you don't believe in it anymore. You don't believe that you can create a family anymore. Maybe you even went years like, oh, I'm never going to be married. Oh, I'm going to die alone. And all this pessimistic shit because of everything that you've gone through. Is that really how you want to live your life, though? Right? There's a lot of people that say, yeah, I'm fine alone. I'm happier with nobody. But I have yet to meet somebody that truly has thought that through. Right? We are not meant to just live life for ourselves and only ourselves. The narcissistic way is very closed. It closes you up to receiving abundance. And life is a lot more than just now. Right? I look at my parents. Do you have elderly people in your lives? Can you look at them and wonder like how it would be if they were just completely alone? Maybe you know someone that's completely elderly and alone. Could you imagine if they were elderly and alone and had no family at all? Nobody? Isn't it nice to have somebody next to you to build with, to grow with, that has your back, that's sick of your shit but's never going to leave your side, that's going to push your wheelchair if God forbid you need it, but it's going to wipe your ass, literally? Because all of those things, I'm sorry, but I'm already channeling, it's part of life. I have a family member. She's in her 80s. She literally has to do, her husband's on dialysis multiple times a week. He has all sorts of issues. Sometimes he goes on himself. She literally has to take care of him like that. This is part of life. You sign up for that, But isn't it nice that they have each other, that he has her? And isn't it nice that she has, for example, her kids and her other family members that are always like, there to give her support while she's going through these things, etc. It's just an example. I don't have to tell you who. But or don't you know somebody that has Alzheimer's disease? Isn't it nice when they have family to take care of them through those things? But you're not going to have family if you don't create one. And family goes beyond just having children. We mean like creating a family. Because at some point, everybody ages and everybody goes their own way a little bit. Right? You got to create a family. It's not just having children. That takes effort. Creating a family takes effort. It's something like that. I feel like this is someone that's like given up on these things, or thinks it's not important, or you've been burned so many times that the thought of it gives you anxiety. You're not even... Something's coming around the corner, though. I mean, it says life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Literally. Great happiness and emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon, meaning it's not manifested yet, but it's on the horizon. Harmony with those you love is assured. So it could be somebody that you know and you've been having a hard time with people you love. By offering forgiveness, understanding, and kindness to others, you're rewarded with unconditional love. You know what I'm getting from that too? And this could pertain to you or someone that you've dealt with. Maybe you're too hard on the people you've been dealing with. Maybe you're too hard on them. You don't offer forgiveness. You don't offer understanding. You don't bend. You're not seeing the big picture of life. You're just seeing if this is easy for you right now, etc. And what happens when you don't offer that to people? People don't reward you with unconditional love. If you give other people unconditional love, they're going to love you unconditionally when you're a fucking pain in the ass. Which you most likely are, because we all are. Wouldn't it be nice to have someone that loves us even when we're a pain in the ass? Right? Maybe you're a pain in the ass, but you're only focused when other people are a pain in the asses. Right? Something like that. But This is a new beginning in family and love. Period. That's happening. And I want more information on that. Whoa. Damn. Did you see how this just like slammed itself? And you know what it slammed itself to? It slammed itself to the soulmate card and the children card, which is literally family. Everything we're talking about. None of the examples they give me are for no reason. You know, I think I'm going to keep this one quick today. I'm not sure I'm going to make this one very long. Then I might post again. I think this is a very get-to-the-point message for someone. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. And children, your love life is being affected by children. That's crazy because that's the example I gave you. I gave you that exact example. It says your love life is affected by children, literally. I made that conscious choice. So that could be for someone. That could literally resonate exactly with somebody. Right? But you take it as it resonates. 2 kids here. Maybe you've known this person since childhood. It's possible. Take everything as an omen, right? It doesn't have to be, but I want you, again, I want you every time you watch a reading to pick up on the signs. There's 3 doggies here. 2 already, and then a little puppy. Aw, dogs might be of significance to you in this situation. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, so maybe you asked for a sign in regards to somebody you've been having highs and lows and conflict and tension with. And you want to know if they're your soulmate. And the divine's just here to just answer that for you. Could be. You might have just asked for that. You might have just asked for that. I don't know why they're telling me to pick this up. That's why it's like I have every intention of making this like a long reading, but I have to stick to what I'm channeling. And what I'm hearing is like somebody asked for a sign about something or someone specific. And they're like, if you make this too long, and I just saw 2222 on the clock up there on the device when I said that. I'm going to look that up, angel number 2222. I'm also going to look it up and post it down below and pin it. But that's also a sign for whatever situation. But I'm hearing like somebody asked something specific about someone or something. And they're like, you know, if you make this too long, you're going to lose. It's going to lose. This freaking card is always there. I'm going to keep shuffling. But like, it's like, it always comes out. God. I've already seen it show itself like 100 times. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but so I think I'm gonna leave this one like to the point, and then I'm gonna record another one. I feel like this was definitely a sign for someone. I'm gonna stay true to what I'm hearing. What do they want from? Okay, whoa! Come to Jesus, number 29. Maybe someone's having a coming to Jesus moment, right? And they just need a little bit more, just a little bit more confirmation here. And that's what you're getting. Here it says, come to Jesus, truthful communication, integrity, divine intervention, surrender, and reconciliation. Okay, so this freaking card. Fine. It always needs to be on the table. Sweet as a Georgia peach, kindness, tender care, charm, beauty, flirtation, delicious experience. Isn't it weird? Energy is just so weird. That's how energy works. Like I don't think we've ever touched this deck without that card. Just like playing games, man. Come to Jesus, truthful communication, integrity. Ooh, truthful communication, integrity, divine intervention. So there's definitely a level of divine intervention here. And a need for surrender and reconciliation. But reconciliation could be reconciliation with yourself. It could be reconciliation with someone from the past. If someone's surrendering to something, it could be you. And just accepting something for, you know, what it is. Like, you're getting the signs. Maybe you asked for a sign and this is it. What else? Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Did that card really have to do acrobatics to fall out like that? Pot calling the kettle black, number 33. Hypocrisy, projection, similarity, blame, and introspection needed. Okay. Is someone having a coming to Jesus moment in regards to, that's crazy because that's what came out in the reading yesterday. Yesterday's reading was about this. Did you listen to yesterday's reading and then ask for a sign if that reading was for you? If that's the case, well, then this is your confirmation. Possibly. It doesn't have to be. And if you didn't watch that reading, watch it, because I'm hearing like there's some kind of, for some of you, there's some correlation. Hypocrisy, projection, similarity, blame, introspection needed. So it's like a coming to Jesus moment, like surrendering and recognizing that there's a lot of finger pointing, etc. of somebody that's actually your soulmate because of similarity. When you're like your mirror, when you have a lot of things in common, you can kind of want to hate each other instead of wanting to work on yourself, right? It's something like that. Not appreciating each other for who you really are and what you felt for this person, etc. Someone didn't appreciate the connection. There's a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of projection, not a lot of actual appreciation for the love that existed here. And refusal to look at yourself. Take an Archangel Michael card. What is this about? Oh my God. Too much. Detach from the situation, it says. From Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. Wow. Wow. If it's not asking you to detach from everything, this whole situation, whatever this is, okay? Again, apply this to your life however you want to. It's asking you to detach from the fear and the drama. And what we spoke about, I don't even have to repeat it right now. They want you to be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within you and this situation. This could be in regards to somebody that you, like, again, and it has a lot to do with the reading from yesterday that you labeled like the worst person ever, but really you guys are very alike, right? So, and it was really more it's unfortunate. It was a lot of love wasted. And instead attaching yourselves to fear and drama because, and a lot of, again, it says here, highs and lows and tension. And it was more a reflection of everything that you went through, all of the broken relationships, everything that happened in childhood, whatever the case may be, right? If you could only just see things from a different perspective, right? Have some truthful communication with yourself and with this other person. And surrender, I feel like you're going to be able to come to peace with this situation and this person. Like, that's where, I know it might be hard for you to understand this, but that's where I'm, again, look how that just flipped there. The Soulmate card and the Twin Flame card. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. There's a big omen here about believing it, right? New opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. It says that on the Fool card. And then here's a soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So you and this person, whoever they are, obviously is your soulmate, obviously your twin flame, obviously your mirrored soul. Obviously the pot's gonna call the kettle black if you're both in shadow energy and you're very similar. Okay? Twin flames, your passion ignites. It's hard for you guys to come into union if you're not believing in it, right? So they want you to take a minute and see this through the eyes, I guess, of Jesus, which is very forgiving. And you're going to be able to see a big difference. And this is, whoever this is, you're supposed to be with this person. I'm getting like a very, like someone from the past kind of energy. Doesn't have to be, but listen, if it's a soulmate twin flame, like a cycle has happened with this person. Some kind of cycle has occurred with this individual. What's this? This is a mess. I'm telling you, I've always said this about these cards. Like they're beautiful, but they're heart-shaped, and that's very difficult to shuffle. Acceptance is key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Okay? So part of our karmic lessons here is control issues. Wanting to change people, change things to be exactly what you want. But why are you doing that? Is that really a representation of love? Are you really approaching life and people in the right way if that's the way that you're going about it? You know? You might just, or you or somebody might just have to accept the fact that you love the shit out of this person. Maybe you really just don't want to. Right? I gave you the example of me, right? It could be something like that. I didn't say that I haven't dated in like the 10 years that she's been alive and stuff, right? But I have come to a point, and I speak about, I have a therapist, right? Like, which I talk to, not because I have any psychiatric conditions or anything, just because it's healthy. And we talk online. I have online of stuff. I mean, we just talk, right? It's good. I like to talk to someone neutral. I need that in my life to keep sane. And, you know, I did discuss these things before, right? So, it's not that I haven't, but I definitely purposely put myself in a place for a very long time where I didn't accept people, or I made it kind of difficult for people to, you know, to reach a certain level with me because of what I said. Because I already had that, you know, like I don't until, for her, really everything was for my daughter. Like to protect her, right? Maybe at a certain point, maybe that's what it is. You have to let go of that control at some point, right? You have to let go of, maybe that literally is an example for you. Like maybe you have to let go of control at some point. And understand that there's always going to be a risk, and there's no point in trying to change that. Like, you know, don't be an idiot about it, but this could be a situation where you have feelings for someone and you're really trying to force yourself not to have them because of, like, example, maybe something that, like the example I gave you. And at some point, you got to just let go of, stop trying to control what you feel and just let it be. If you feel it's for a freaking reason, right? Maybe a lot of you and this person had a lot of issues in the past. They want to talk to you. They want to reconcile with you. And you can't let go of the issues you've had. But you know that when you hang up the phone with them, you love the crap out of them. They're who you think about when you're driving on your own. You're always thinking about this person. This person never leaves your heart. You never stop thinking about this person. You don't. So there is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. If you want to control everything, but as much as you want to control your feelings for this person, you can't. Maybe it's time to surrender to it and explore that, right? So it's that kind of energy that I'm getting. And shit. And that, I feel, like I said, could be to you or to someone else. This could be their thought process also. This is someone you have a lot of similarity with. You definitely had codependency issues in the past. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. The addictions could be... she's sitting there, right? By herself, though. It's weird because codependency usually attached to somebody else or something else, but she's just there. Somebody, maybe you both had a codependent relationship in the past and it turned really sour, but you guys have healed from that. So you're able to come back maybe possibly now in a better way. But you're kind of scared of that, right? Or someone actually had addictions in the past, right? Tell me more about this. Why did that codependency card come out? Yeah, see? Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life, it says. Because you're afraid, or this person's afraid that you guys have some kind of codependency and maybe it's not real love. You wouldn't have that fear if you knew what love was. Or if you allowed yourself to feel it. Or if you felt secure enough in yourself to have a healthy relationship. That's where it all comes back to you. Okay? Or there was some kind of addictive quality that both of you had when you interacted in the past. And now someone from the past is returning. And you're afraid to allow them because of that. But I feel like it's different this time. You know what? Free yourself. Yes, I feel like it's different themselves. Free yourself. Someone has freed themselves from some kind of addictions. It's time to take back control of your life. Yes. Listen, I'm going to keep it real and heal family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, it says. No, everyone's a reflection of you, okay? This is your mirrored soul. That's why we have the twin flame card. The pot calling the kettle black, hypocrisy, projection, similarity, blame. Honestly, this person, at one point, energetically, if you were dealing with this person, it's because you guys were energetically in the same place. So if this person had addiction, so did you. Maybe it wasn't as obvious on the outside. Maybe they were actually addicted and they were using drugs and stuff and you didn't know it, or you did know it. And your addiction was emotional. Either way, it's an addiction, right? So the fact that, but what I'm seeing here is an omen, I can't ignore it, is healing family issues, freeing yourself from codependencies and addictions, etc., and reconciliation. I mean, this is clear as day. They said they didn't want to make this reading too long. I don't feel, it's like, I mean, this is for someone. And I'm not here, this is not the Disney Channel. It's not that easy. I'm getting, someone asked for a sign, specifically about someone or something, and they're just giving it to you straight. Might not be for everyone. I gotta keep it real. But it's spelled out there. Heck. This is Divine Directions deck. I don't know why. What they want here. Flow. You need more It's so funny. You need more flexibility in your life. Allow yourself to go with the flow. Oh my God. Did I not give the example of someone that couldn't bend? Someone has control issues. Either you or this person or both. Bend. God damn. That's what I'm hearing. Whoa, what was this? Bend so you can create something. Unlock your creative side with dance, music, art, or writing. Express yourself. Somebody needs to open up in general. It's too much. Hold on. You know, tell me more about this other person. Wow. Yeah, look. The moon. dreams, intuition, shadow, dreams, intuition, shadow, dreams, intuition is what it says. That's your dark side. That is your shadow. Somebody's feeling something very deeply right now. And every time that they go deep, they think it's you that's on their mind and you are on theirs. And but there's an anxiety element to it, see? 9 of Swords. Anxiety, worry. Right? I want you to cut that out. King of Wands. And just be this person, or allow this person to be this person. King of Wands. Honor, standards, wisdom, motivation. Honor, standards, wisdom. All right. This is definitely happening. Conversations about this are happening. Okay? Someone's going to, and you're this, look, see, anytime you get the suit, two of the same suit, it's a pair. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are very headstrong people. So we have the 5 of Wands here. Competition, debate, and defensiveness. But it's interesting whenever I get this card for conflict, because as you can see, they are the same cat with the same spots, just in different color, which is the pot calling the kettle black. So maybe you're being a little too hard on this person, or you were. There needs to be some kind of forgiveness or communication about this. Both very independent people. The thing is, though, when the King of Wands or the Queen of Wands allow each other to connect, what you could create together it could be explosively dangerous or explosively beautiful. And that is where you have to let go of the fear of things being explosively dangerous, because that's just up to you. That is just up to you. If you approach it with fear and with a bad outlook, you're going to trigger that person to be explosively bad. However, it's all your mindset. What do you want? What do you want to grow? Do you want to grow a family? If you know that this is the person you love, if you know in your heart this is your soulmate, this is your twin flame, you know everywhere you go you think about this person. Who cares if you have ups and downs? The moment you make a decision that you're going to get through it with this person now, you can build with this person, we can change together, we can learn each other, we can learn more about ourselves together. What do you think? People that are married for 40, 50, 60 years are just perfect all the damn time? Who the hell said that? Who the hell said that? It's a journey. You're just allowing someone to be on it with you. As annoying as they effing are. Right? Right? They really. That's what it is. You guys are very headstrong people. And the divine's asking you, instead of being in competition and debate and defensiveness, just how about having a different perspective and seeing, oh, we're the same cat in different colors. Someone's having a tower moment, some kind of really sudden realization of all this. Someone's trying to communicate with you about this. Somebody wants to make this work. And what's the most likely outcome in this situation, though? Yeah. What is going on? What is going on? What a disaster. On. Hold on, take one of these. Most likely. Okay. Hold on. So most likely outcome. Why is everything falling? I keep on falling in and out of love with you. That's an omen. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. Oh, I never met someone. What is it? What does she say? I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never love someone more than I love you. Something like that, right? 4414 on the clock on the device when I said that. It's an omen. Ace of Action. This cherub is heralding a time of wonderful new opportunities related to your creativity, your career, or pursuing your dreams. This is a card of action. And if you've been procrastinating, it's time to really get busy. It's also a great time to start a new business. Have confidence in your abilities. That could be a side message for you, but it's also a message to take action on this. Now, everyone has free will. If this is how you feel for this person, you're just going to ignore it for the rest of your life, well, then you're going to lose them. If you want to tell them that you love them, tell them you love them today. Why lie to yourself? Why lie to this other person? What do you gain from that, right? Just tell someone how you feel today. Just tell them how you feel, or let them tell you how they feel. Whatever the outcome is, for no reason. Why do you want to have all that energy all up stuck in your body? For what? For what? Do it for yourself. Ooh. What's this? 3 of Action. Things are working out beautifully now that your ship has come in. This is like the next step, right? It's time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your successes or move on to something entirely different. Be willing to travel if necessary. So there is an element of travel here as well. He's by the ocean. This could be somebody at a distance. This could be pertaining to career changes at a distance, etc., right? All that. And what's going to happen? What's this other person? What action is this other person going to take? Hold on. What's the action this other person is going to take? Okay. 8 of Emotion, 8 of Cups. What the heck? The 8 of Cups is walking away from something. But it could be walking away from a mindset. Because I know that the message in this particular deck is different if I'm remembering well, so I'm going to read it. It says, you feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. Yeah, that's exactly. Which is the whole family thing we were talking about. Yes. You feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. In your heart, you know that there's more out there waiting for you in the world. Maybe time to switch careers, move to a new home or city, or initiate other important changes. Do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life. Yes. But that's the second, by the way, that's the second omen of moving. But basically, you're longing for something meaningful. I mean, like, at this point, right? Like, it's time to bend. It's time. And it might involve you moving. Honestly. Probably don't see it now, but what the heck? Where did this even come from? I didn't even hear it fall on the table. Healer of Action. Healer of Action says, this is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, who could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. That's what we said. It's about handling difficult situations with grace. You haven't been able to do that. And you can't have any kind of family building or a relationship or a marriage or anything like that if you cannot learn that. And I can see how that's difficult for someone, let's say, that grew up not seeing that modeled to them. Like, let's say you grew up with a single mom. That's a fear I have too, that I think about, and I've talked to people like this. Like, okay, you're protecting her in a certain degree, but it's also difficult because nobody is modeling to her what a relationship's supposed to look like. And she needs that, right? To a certain point. So now would be the time for you to meet someone and show her that. Show her conflict resolution, having conflict with others, etc. If there's children involved, things like that. But maybe whoever this is healer of action. Like the actions that were taken before were coming from an unhealed place. And this is somebody now who's like in it for the long haul. And then I just split this and it says, a happy change. Your angels have heard your prayers and have banded together to create real and joyful changes in your life. Events begin to move forward and great progress will now be possible. You may need to make some rapid decisions due to the suddenness of activity and be confident in the trust the guidance you receive. So this is going to happen again. There's like, oh, the omens are like over and over. Open your heart, open your heart, open your heart, open your heart. Just go after what you want. Go after what you feel. Do, you know? The moment you open your heart, boom, this is going to manifest so fast. A happy change. No, open your heart. Allow love. See, it's all about allowing. Oh my God. The same message over and over again. It's crazy. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotional, fulfilling experience for such a long time, and now the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. And these are two people in love together. I'm going to leave it here, guys. They said not to make it too long, but it just kept going. Love you guys so much. Big hugs. Love and light.